So our Supreme Court is absolutely broken. And I think that to talk about this is we need to talk about how our democracy is broken as well, like you said. We've seen time and time again, even in this past year, how this current Supreme Court has stripped away some of the most basic rights for everyday Americans, from voting rights to protection during a global pandemic, from eviction to what we saw in Texas around the basically getting rid of Roe v. Wade for folks who are pregnant there. But this has been a calculated decision by our Republican friends. They have taken over our Supreme Court and our federal courts in general. Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell were able to put in over 200 justices to lifetime positions. So although we worked really hard to get Donald Trump out of office, Mitch McConnell is no longer the leader in the Senate. Their legacy will live on through these justices. And what we're seeing is that the Supreme Court in particular has become more politicized and more conservative in its decisions and how things are happening. We've seen, and we know that this is true also by just looking how Republicans act when it comes to the Supreme Court. When Barack Obama had a vacancy, Mitch McConnell and Republicans basically changed the number of seats in the in the Supreme Court. So we've seen this happen. And they delayed that, denying the American people the opportunity to put on a Supreme Court justice. So they rushed in and they denied Merrick Garland his position and then put in someone else. Then we saw Brett Kavanaugh, who came in and who has viable sexual assault claims against him be confirmed in record time. And then the last kind of attack, like the kind of stone that really says that they're put together, the court, to really reframe our democracy, was with putting in Amy Coney Barrett just days before the general election, while many Americans had already voted. So for us, in order to protect our democracy, we've been talking, so many of our friends across the country are talking about how our democracy is under attack, from voting rights to reproductive justice to economic justice to civil rights. And the Supreme Court is the last bastion that has been able to chip away at that. And what we believe is that we can reform our court to rebalance it and to protect our democracy.